Hey, what's up guys, it's Bruins and welcome to Postgame. Alright guys, this big Saturday of games is officially over. There's some bangers today. I'm going to get straight to it. There's a lot of games, so I don't want to take too much of your time. But before we get into the video, please drop a like, subscribe if you guys do enjoy it all. I'm on the road to 100k, so let's get straight into it, baby. Alright, the first game of the day that I'm going to go over is going to be the Arizona Coyotes versus the New Jersey Devils. Devils going to this game on our 8-game winning streak, and I feel like this might have been like a little trap game, you know, because Arizona, they're not a very good team. We all know this, but I just feel like this is a game, like, you know what I mean, a team on a big win streak would lose to like a weaker team, but today that did not happen. Devils came out and won this game 4-2. They took over. It was a good game. They love this, and their goalie, it's not even Mackenzie Blackwood in net either. It's Schmid, whatever, young guy. I don't think he might be a rookie, but he's playing out of his mind right now. And has a big W. It's a good learning experience anyway, playing against the weaker opponents, even though it's still the NHL. But it's good getting these games under his belt. And hey, the fans at the beginning of the year for the Devils were absolutely on Lindy Ruff, just literally roasting him on Twitter. Even in the game, they were just chanting him, just fire him, get him out of here. But now, 9-game winning streak. I think they're winning the Stanley Cup. And I'm going to be making a video on the Devils soon, so make sure to check that out. But in today's game, they're literally chanting, sorry, Lindy. Like, that's awesome. Devils fans, they've been waiting for this for a long time. But the thing is, Jack Hughes, their best player, is not even playing unreal right now. Like, they're just getting a lot of depth scoring right now, and that's scary for this team. And once again, I'm not going to talk too much on the Devils because I want to save it for the video that we'll be posting in the next couple days. Make sure to keep an eye out for that. But good win by the Devils, and let's see if they can make it 10. All right, guys, the next game is going to be the Boston Bruins versus the Buffalo Sabres. See, Sabre fans, I'm kind of scared now. You remember, you always start super good. You guys were so high on your team, but now you're stringing a couple losses in a row here. So it might be getting a little worried as a Sabre fan here. But hey, one really big positive is Tage Thompson. That man is an animal. He is so good, and he can score the puck whenever he wants. This guy's going to score 50 goals in the NHL at some point in his career. This guy is so good. But Bruins, they're 13-2. They just keep winning these games. Bergeron, the captain, put the team on his back and scored 2 goals tonight. It's just crazy how this team's just winning, man. They don't lose. They have Keith Kincaid in net and the Olmark. Like, not high quality names. Obviously, like, Olmark's really good, but like, it's not a Vasilevskiy, Shesterkin, and Sorokin. It's not these kind of goalies. It's Olmark that's leading this team right now, and the Bruins are playing good defensively. They can score the puck right now, and they have a lot of depth. Like, I didn't really think they did looking at this team on paper, but they have a lot of depth right now, and this team does not look like they're gonna be slowing down anytime soon. So it's very scary. Anyone in the East, even anyone in the NHL, honestly, is kind of scary. So good for them. They keep getting the W's. And Sabres, I don't know if you can pick it back up. We'll see. But once again, just a really good start and not a good finish right now. All right, guys. Up next is going to be the Columbus Blue Jackets versus the New York Islanders. So Islanders, they did just get previously shut out against the Coyotes. And their fans were not very happy about that. And obviously, I agree, like, getting shut out by a really bad team. But now they played a pretty bad team as well in the Blue Jackets. And they did not want this to happen again. And they did get the W 4-3 in overtime. And I mean, hey, they scored the puck tonight, which is awesome. Once again, who didn't score the puck? Matthew Barzal. If you guys, if you know, still hasn't scored yet. But hey, good resilience by the Islanders. They came back 3 times. They were down 1, they tied it. They're down 2-1, they tied it. They're down 3-2, and they tied it. Good resilience for the Islanders, and they got the game winner. Zach Parise did score, which is awesome for them. They put up 45 shots. So who was in that? I think it was Corpusalo. He played very well. You got to respect that. For even though he gave up 4 goals, he still made a lot of saves. And Sorokin is doing his thing. It wasn't his greatest game today, but it's gonna happen sometimes, and at least you got the W when he did play a little weaker. So it's still big. I think he's top 3 in the NHL right now. And this Islanders team, they keep scoring like this. Brock Nelson scored twice, which is cool. If they can keep getting this depth scoring, and when Barzal does start scoring, this team's gonna be even more dangerous. And that's just gonna be scary for the NHL. Blue Jackets, it's just hard. You have a lot of injuries. Baranski's gone for the year, like one of your best players. Like, it just keeps getting worse and worse for the Blue Jackets. But Bedard time, baby. Bedard time. Who knows if he can get drafted by the Blue Jackets? Who knows? But good win by the Islanders. Up next is the Montreal Canadiens versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. Penguins lose this game 5-4 in overtime. This game was crazy. Penguins, I would say they got outplayed. Montreal had a lot of opportunities. Tristan Jarry played very, very well, even though he was hurt playing. I don't know why playing was played if he was hurt. Like, what's the point of that? But 5-4, Penguins put up a lot of goals. Like, it was a good game. It was a good game. It was a very fun game to watch. Very fast-paced game. But I feel like the refs got this game out of hand, in my opinion. They're calling makeup call after makeup call after makeup call. Like, just stop calling. I mean, like, just stop calling. Like, Penguins got a bad call on them in the third period, and they're like, oh, let's give the Canadiens a free power play. You know what I mean? Like, it's just. They just kept doing that. It's just like, you should not. There's a 3-on-3 moment in this game. Like, that should not happen in the regular time in the NHL. It should be a 3-on-3 moment. But hey, it is what it is. Penguins got a well-needed point. It was a good road trip right there. I don't know. I don't think we really deserved the point, but we got the point, so it's a W right there. Hey, and my brother popped the fuck off today, which is awesome. He's the best player on the Penguins right now, and that's not good. The first line of the Penguins looked absolutely horrible. Crosby, Rust, and Getzel looked absolutely horrible today, but it's going to happen sometimes, but very, very bad. But Canadiens, like I said before, they're a team that's going to beat these better teams, and they're just going to make it hard for every single night because they're just young and fast, and it's just hard for teams to play against. But hey, good game overall. It was a really, really fun one to watch. Up next is the Edmonton Oilers versus the Florida Panthers. This game was actually very, very fun as well. A lot of fast pace, especially like the third period. These goalies actually stood on their head, which is awesome. I'm telling you guys, Campbell's not the starting goalie. This Skinner guy is 100%. He should be the starter. And I think he is the starter. He's just playing unreal. Another really good game. 40 saves on the W as well against a very good Panther team. But Sam Bennett scored twice, which is awesome. His second goal was absolutely smexy. What he did was kind of sick. But depth scoring on the Oilers today. McDavid didn't score. He got an assist on the empty net, but he really didn't get on the score sheet. So that's good by the Panthers, but that shows how good the Oilers can be getting the depth scoring without their best player scoring some goals. But hey, Skinner is playing very, very well right now, and I think he should keep rolling them until it's like, what's the point of keep playing Campbell when he loses basically every time he plays? So like, what's the point of that? But once again, good play by the Oilers. Panthers look good too. You can't really say the Panthers look bad. They had a really good effort to come back at the end, and it just fell out short. But hey, very good fun. It was a very fun game to watch. Up next is the New York Rangers versus the Nashville Predators. Predators won this game 2-1 on home ice, but they did not deserve this win at all. Shots were 18-35, and finally UC Saros steps up and dominates and does what we know he can. What we all thought he would be doing this entire season is doing very, very good. Had a .971 save percentage, which is crazy. Very good against a very good Rangers team. And once again, Rangers did not score a lot of goals, so they did against the Red Wings. But now they're back down to 1. It's not great. Obviously, it's going to happen. But Rangers, they're supposed to be very good on the offense. They're supposed to be a high-power offense. And we're not seeing that right now. But Predators, I just don't like this team, man. I don't like this team. I really did in the offseason. I really thought this team was going to be unreal. They're 2 goal scorers. Like, Parson, I don't know who that is. Then Jankowski scored. Like, these guys should not be scoring. Obviously, it's nice getting the depth scoring sometimes. But you're good guys, top guys, Duchesne, Niederreiter, Forsberg, Brandland, Johansson. They need to start scoring. This team's not going to go anywhere. Their defense is unreal in Nashville, and it's not showing that right now. But hey, getting a very good team might give them some confidence into the next couple games. We'll see what happens. But Nashville, this is a big win, and you guys definitely needed this. Up next is the Ottawa Senators versus the Philadelphia Flyers. Claude Giroux going back to Philly was a really good story, and Ottawa won this game 4-1. Flyers outshot the Senators quite a lot, 38-27, and Cam Talbot looked very, very good. Played very, very well. .974 save percentage, which is awesome. This game was very intense. A lot of hitting, and the Flyers try to put it on them with the hits. They try to intimidate them with the hits. They had 60 hits to 38 for the Senators, so they try to body them, and it did not work. It did not work at all. The star players on the Senators got it done. DeBrincat scored twice, Shabbat scored once, and Stutz scored. All their superstars did score today, which is awesome. And the Flyers even scored first, and they still lost this game 4-1. Great game by the Senators. They'll take this, but I think Cam Talbot definitely kept them in. And Hart didn't play the greatest today, but hey, that's going to happen sometimes. Up next is the Vancouver Canucks versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs won this game 3-2. Very good story before the game with Salming, the introduction, and just celebrating his career. It's awesome. Very, very sad, but I'm glad what the Maple Leafs did. I think it was very respectable for the NHL and the organization. And I'm glad they got the W on home ice for this day, because such a big part to this organization. I'm glad you guys got a W for him today, for his special day. And it was a good game for Vancouver. It was a good game for Toronto. Calgary played 2 games in a row for back-to-back, so it's very tough for him to do that. But Vancouver came out hot, 2 goals in the first period, and I thought it was honestly not going to go well for the Maple Leafs. But they came out in the third. They came out in the second and scored 3 times. Jordy Ben, who just got called up, scores a goal, which is a very cool story as well. And Engvall and Austin Matthews put the puck in the net, which is awesome for the Maple Leafs. But I'm really excited how well, honestly, the defense for the Maple Leafs are playing. They're playing better. They're just making sure they're not giving up too many shots against for their weaker goalies. But Calgren's playing all right. He's playing pretty good now, so hopefully he can keep that up before so Murray and Samsonov can come back and hopefully ride along the season for the Maple Leafs. But good win. They definitely needed those 2 points. Up next, the Golden Knights versus the St. Louis Blues. Finally, I did predict this as well. I did think the Blues were going to beat the Knights, if not make them get 10 games in a row. So they had a 9-game winning streak going into this game, and the Blues shut it down. I did figure this out. I just felt like it was a little trap game for the Knights. First home game in a while. I just figured they're going to lose it. But Knights played pretty well. Smith scored a shorthanded goal, and Phil Kessel did score as well. But the Blues were too strong. I think Bennington played pretty well tonight too, which is awesome for him. Maybe that could spark his season, but I say this every time they win. It's probably not going to happen. He's probably going to have another bad game soon. That's just what he does, man. He's very inconsistent. I'm not too worried about the Knights. Obviously, they had a 9-game winning streak. You're going to have to lose. You're not going to win 82 in a row. You know what I mean? So it's going to happen. They're 13-3, still one of the best teams in the NHL, if not the best. So it's okay for the Knights. And Adin Hill played. It wasn't Thompson, so we'll see if Thompson would have been better in this game. Who knows? But he needs to get rested a couple times. But hey, the streak is over. But now they have a chance to create another one. So hopefully they can do that. But the good win for the Blues. They got to start stringing some wins together, because they have not been very good. But good couple of wins in a row for the Blues. All right, guys. Up next is the LA Kings versus the Detroit Red Wings. This game was it was a little slowish game. It was only 21 shots for both teams. So it is whatever. But the Kings did score 9 seconds in the game. So Red Wings really weren't ready to play and all that stuff. But I love those King jerseys, by the way. Those King jerseys are absolutely so sexy, so sexy. But Red Wings, they came back after they scored on 9 seconds, and at least they tied it up pretty quickly after that. But then it just went downhill from there. We went 4-1 Kings. So they tried to make a comeback in the third period, but they could not do so. But hey, it's going to happen for the Red Wings. They're a younger team. Obviously, I say this every time they lose. They're a young team. You're not going to win every single game. It's just better to learn in these moments, because your team's just going to get better next season. You know what I mean? You can keep adding some pieces. Larkin is going to continue to soar. Kubalik has been very, very good this season. Very good. It was very good. And the Kings, they showed up today, which is awesome as well. And we'll see if they can keep doing this, because they have been pretty well recently. So I think the Pacific is getting a little closer than we think. And it's going to be a lot of that. It's going to be a lot of fun towards the end of the season if the Kings can keep this close with everyone else. Up next is the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Colorado Avalanche. Avalanche won this game 4-1 on home ice, and all their superstars did score today. So that's just gonna happen. Their superstars took over the game. Cale Makar scored twice, McKinnon scored once, and Rantanen scored once as well. So after the first goal let in by the Hurricanes, I just felt like it was downhill from there. After it bounced off the glass, off his back, went in. It's just not your day. It's just not your day, Hurricanes. It is what it is. Colorado is that team. The Hurricanes didn't play terrible, but you mean Colorado, when all their superstars are scoring, you're not really going to beat them, in my opinion. All their best players just dominated the game. So it was just a tough one right there. Francouz played very well. And honestly, Ranta, he was all right. But good win for the Avalanche. They need to keep this going. They've been very, very well recently. And same with the Hurricanes. They've been very well as well. So good teams. And this was a very good team. This was a very good game. This could be maybe a Stanley Cup final. Who knows? Because I think Hurricanes make it. And Avalanche are the Stanley Cup champs. So who knows? This could be a preview of the Stanley Cup Finals, and I would not be mad about that. It would be a very good series, and it was a good win by the Avalanche, and yeah, their superstars stepped up. Up next is the Calgary Flames versus the Winnipeg Jets. Finally, the Flames end their 7-game losing streak and beat the Jets on home ice. And the funny thing is, it wasn't even their star players. Yes, Lindholm did score, but after that, it was their depth pieces that did score to win them the game. It was crazy. And who was in it? It was Markstrom. Markstrom played very, very well as well, and Hellebuyck played solid as well. So it was a good game, Battle of Canada. So it's gonna be fun no matter what. And I'm glad the Flames could end their losing streak, because this place they play in Calgary is a very tough place to play in, and they have not been showing that recently. But today they finally did it, and maybe they can create a streak. I feel like they will, because they should be winning. This team's good. This team's very, very solid, and maybe they'll create a streak. And they really need to if they want to get back into the race for Pacific. And the last game of the day is gonna be the Ducks versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Blackhawks won this game 3-2. Ducks outshot them almost double, which is crazy, and they still lost. The Ducks cannot buy a win. The defenseman scored 3 times for the Blackhawks. Tunori scored twice, and Roos, someone who that is, scores once. Like, what do you do if you're Ducks, man? Like, I don't know. Like, what do you do? What do you do? Stolars was in net. Not a good game for him. But Soderblom for the Blackhawks, he did very, very well, man. Like, I don't know what you want to say with the Ducks. Obviously, I expect them to be better this year, and that's not. I didn't see that. I haven't seen that, to be honest. I've not seen that. But Troy Terry did score really, really early. They were up 2-0, but then they threw the lead, and they lost again. They lost again on home ice. I mean, Bedard would look nice on this team. I mean, Bedard would look nice on this team, and it's looking like that right now. It's looking like that right now. That's a big possibility. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Much love. Subscribe and like if you guys did enjoy it all. Thank you for being here. Much love and subscribe, motherfuckers.